KD passes Jordan, 5th all-time scoring.
First ballot.
Legend, yeah.
Hate him or love him, first ballot.
One of the greatest scorers of all time.
I don't know why people hate KD so much. I don't want to get into this debate.
Why?
It's about...
I have nothing but love for KD. I don't fucking care.
Without putting the debate into it, it's about, do you value skill or loyalty? Because the guy is elitely skilled with zero fucking loyalty.
100%. KD's about KD.
He's dead.
And we've known that since he left OKC. We've known that.
But I mean, OKC also instilled this in him. I'm going to stop looking at you, Michael, because think about this. OKC was building something super, super special with James Harden, KD, and Russ. Like, it was so special. And then they didn't want to pay James Harden, so he leaves. KD goes ahead and says, fuck it, I'm gone too. And they leave Russ by himself. Like, after that's your introduction to the league, where, like, you build an insane core three that, like, could have went on to win chip after chip after chip. Could have created a dynasty in Oklahoma. Why would you have loyalty after that?
Sure. Here's the thing with KD. Harden was about money. KD won his MVP, was up 3-1 against Golden State in the conference finals, blew it, knew he wasn't going to win because Golden State was a fucking dynasty and said, fuck it, I'm going to go join them.
Yeah, but the James Harden, that situation, watch starting five because they talk about it a lot and it breaks it down a little better. Where James Harden, he was considered a sixth man in OKC. He wasn't the starting guy. Like, they didn't want to start him, so they didn't want to pay him starting money.
Yeah. Yes, because they were better with him coming off the bench.
But like,
it was Cephalosha who was like the fucking.
But now we know what
3-and-D king of that era.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Now we know what James Harden is, and like knowing what James Harden is, you would have wanted to start him over Cephalosha. Like, go look at the landscape now. If you kept together James Harden, KD, and Russ from what was that 2016, what would that be in 5 years from then? To COVID.
He's also ruined every team he's gone to. Brooklyn, they played 16 fucking games together. Phoenix, a rising 25-year-old Devin Booker, perennial MVP candidate that season. What have they done? Nothing. Let's go get Bradley Beal. Ankle's gone for the year. $70 million down the fucking drain.
That's also not just him though. We're looking at like Brooklyn. Yes, I agree. But Brooklyn was trying to put together something special that wasn't special. Where like they're going out and getting Blake Griffin and KD and Chris Paul and like they tried to put together a team that is a bunch of old guys who can't really hoop anymore. And there was COVID with Kyrie and like Kyrie didn't get vaccinated so he couldn't play and like it was a whole situation.
Okay, but to that argument on the whole loyalty thing, and we're gonna like you see LeBron. We have a note here. You want to talk about loyalty? Everyone thinks that LeBron was so loyal to Cleveland. He went to an already good Cleveland team.
Yeah.
When he left and he brought fucking Chris Bosh and everyone else with him, Ray Allen, to fucking Miami. How is it any different? Because he went ring chasing in Miami, but God forbid, because LeBron's the king of the fucking NBA, no one shits on him for being unloyal.
Because Miami never beat Cleveland in the conference finals of the playoffs.
It's the same thing, though.
It's not.
It is. You don't think, okay, if KD loses to the Dallas Mavericks that year, just being random team, or the Lakers or whoever, he probably still goes to Golden State.
Maybe.
I agree.
LeBron also has ties to D-Wade and Chris Bosh because they were all the same draft class.
So what?
KD has no ties to Clay, Iguodala, Steph.
Just because you're friends or you got drafted in the same class means absolutely nothing.
Sure it does.
No, I'm agreeing with Taylor here. It's the thing is, at the end of the day, this is still a business, right? And like, I'd understand it if it was like a rivalry thing where it's like, I mean, I guess the NBA doesn't really have rivalries, but if it's like the Pistons versus the Bulls, and like this is the situation where like you're going from the Pistons to the Bulls, where it's like a huge rivalry here, and people are upset that you're going there. That makes sense, but like, fucking Oklahoma and Golden State don't have a rivalry.
Cleveland also, they pissed it away because they never had Kevin Love until they traded for him. They never drafted Kyrie. They had so many chances at very good players, and then LeBron finally fucking leaves, wins his ring, comes back to the team that drafted him, the city that he's from, the state that he's from, wins the ring. Kyrie bitches his way out in 2018. LeBron stays, takes him to the fucking final against the best team ever.
Stays because he's under contract. Not because he
Oh, it's the GM,
and
dude.
don't
He
give
could
me
have gone
that.
to
They
wherever
literally
he
traded
wanted.
Anthony Bennett and Andrew Wiggins and first-round picks for Kevin Love.
Yeah,
so they brought it. They built
you
another
have to
fucking
accommodate
super
your
team.
stars.
Oh yeah, LeBron, you need to fucking come. You need a hand job.
You want to talk about fucking KD? The fucking KDF files this year. He's ruined Houston.
Same thing. They did the same thing in Brooklyn for KD that they did in Cleveland for LeBron.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. It's the same thing.
Every single one of those players has never gone back to the team that drafted him, or they spent a long tenure with and not won them a championship, but tried to stay and gone through whether it was a rebuild or retool and gotten good and went to a finals deep run.
They did the same thing. Bro.
So much for not bringing back up the argument.
Like,
That's on me.
I just don't understand the hate that KD gets because he lost to Golden State and went there. And then LeBron goes from Miami where he said he's going to win 7 rings and won 2. And then he goes back to Cleveland because he's a hero and goes to play for a team that's all right when they trade for Kevin Love. and they have fucking Kyrie already, it was already a super team. Like you can't give me that argument. It's the same shit.
It wasn't a super team until LeBron got there.
Yeah.
They go and they trade all those futures for Kevin Love, who at the time was one of the best power forwards in the league.
Are we calling Golden State a super team before KD got there? It was Iguodala, Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
Kinda. It's 3 All-Stars.
That's like not a super team. It's a good team. It's a really, really good team. It's not a super team. It was a super team when KD got there.
They never lost under 57 games.
Yeah, because Steph's the GOAT, bro. Like, what do you want? He's one of the greatest point guards of all
I don't
time.
understand. I hate the special treatment LeBron gets. It drives me nuts. Like, fuck off.
Hey, I love LeBron because he played the most regular season games.
LeBron. I love LeBron. I think he's the GOAT. I'm not going to sit here and dump on his accolades. Like, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. He just set the record for most games played. He has 5 fucking rings. 5 MVPs, 4 rings, whatever it is. And he's the all-time scorer. He's the all-time games played. Like, he's the GOAT. But he also got special treatment everywhere he went.
That's true.
He also ruined the Lakers. He set the Lakers back for decades. They got lucky.
He won them a ring.
They got lucky with
They get
Luka.
lucky.
They got lucky with Luka.
With Luka.
If LeBron left and they traded all those picks and all those players away and they had nothing to show for it, they had a Band-Aid fucking AD and they had no LeBron, they were fucked for another decade.
Exactly
they were
right.
lucky they got Luka.
Yeah, but LeBron didn't orchestrate the GM trade. That was Nico Harrison being a fucking idiot.
No, LeBron was in his ear.
That's pure luck. I'm saying the AD shit, he set that franchise back a decade if that didn't work out.
That's true.
But it did.
And who knows? Maybe they don't win in the bubble because they played a shitty Miami team.
Yeah, you get one bubble win, which, like,
They
I
played a
understand
shitty Miami
a
team.
chip is a chip, but, like, you're talking about bringing a chip back to your city. Did they even have a parade for that thing? That thing? It was
Bro, they
COVID.
played fucking Jimmy Butler. That was it.
Like,
That was it.
It was.
And what, rookie Tyler Hero?
They didn't bring a chip back to LA. They brought a chip to Orlando, Florida, the Disney park.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't.
The Lakers were nothing from that stretch of 2017 to 2020, whatever it was, until LeBron got there.
Yeah, but LeBron gets there. Like Taylor said, if, like, let's say they don't go to the bubble, they probably don't win that chip. It's a big if, but probably. And then they don't get Luka with all that luck involved. You're stuck with your franchises now. Alex Caruso, fucking who's that? It was
They would have like Lonzo and Ingram
and AD. AD's your number one guy, and that seems to be working out
the only
great.
reason AD got there was because LeBron said,
But that's what I'm saying.
Coming to LA if you get AD.
That's what I'm saying. Like, LeBron comes to LA, he brings AD, and let's say the whole LeBron shit doesn't work out. LeBron doesn't win a chip there. LeBron retires,
They're fucked.
and it's over. What are they left with? LeBron ruined the Lakers. He leaves you with a poo stage where it's just AD and 2 fucking fishing line for an ease. Austin Reeves and the what's that kid, Colton, something like that?
Bronny James.
No, the other white kid, the really good one.
Dalton Connect.
Connect, thank you, Dalton Connect. Like, it's not a good team. Like, he's not building it for the
They don't have
future.
any assets to get LeBron though. They signed him.
Yeah, but we're just talking about, like, LeBron forced the Lakers to move on AD. LeBron forced the Lakers to move on
Because his
DeAndre
best
Ayton.
option was 34-year-old Russell Westbrook.
But even DeAndre Ayton, like, it's just working out now because the guy's like, he has to swallow his pride and, like, shut up and sit and take a back seat a little bit and just play his role. Where, like,
Yeah, but Ayton also had an attitude problem.
but LeBron's the one that brought that attitude problem to LA.
Yeah,
There's no problem.
Anymore.
It doesn't matter if you look at it. If you take away your hate from KD and you look at it holistically from LeBron's point of view, he did Cleveland dirty.
No,
If he's so faithful to Cleveland, he should never have left.
Agreed.
He did the NBA dirty by starting the super team regime.
Yep.
Then
didn't
he
start
did.
it.
Then
He
he
did.
did Cleveland
He did.
dirty again
did.
after he goes there, and they give up all these assets to get Kevin Love, and then he inevitably leaves again. Oh, because he won Cleveland. This is for you. No, LeBron, this is for you. He's a selfish guy.
You mean he did a team dirty that he took to the finals 3 times with no fucking all-star, and they didn't spend any money, any draft capital, or gain any assets?
Like he said, though, we have teams like, you have guys like Devin Booker, who's won nothing. He's barely been to the playoffs in his career. He'll never leave Phoenix. Steph, yes, he has a great resume of a lot of winning games. Will never leave Golden State. Like, there's so many guys, if you want to talk about loyalty, who stayed with their team through thick and thin, through all of it, and they'll always be there, and they'll
Didn't
retire
wanna
there.
Leave Dallas. Dame didn't want to leave Portland.
Nope. Like, these guys, like, that's
have a say.
loyalty. Yeah, they didn't have a say. But, and back to what Taylor said about starting the super team regime, there was never the ability for a player to have pull until LeBron came into the league. No player could set a roster change or push for the front office.
Oh, please. You're telling me Michael Jordan didn't have that influence?
No, they didn't.
No.
They didn't make a trade where they traded.
MJ was getting
Okay.
fined for wearing his own shoes on the
They
court.
drafted
If
Scottie
LeBron dropped a sunglass line, the NBA would be like, yes, sponsored. The LeBron sunglass line is now the premier sunglasses of the NBA.
LeBron did a decision for a partnership with Hennessy. Like, he gets special
That's
fucking treatment.
funny.
It's stupid, man. He went on live television on ESPN and called it The Decision and said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. And then went out to say, we're not going to win 1, we're not going to win 2, we're going to win 6. And lost and won 2. Like, you fucking loser. He's a loser.
He did not start the super team regime. There were super teams in the 90s, there were super teams in the
No,
2000s.
they were there.
There were super teams in the 2010s before he even went to Miami with
No.
Spurs.
Super teams existed, yes, but the
But
point being the
all
super
those
team
were
regime.
drafted.
Exactly, the super team regime is when like your
Shaq.
star. The super team regime, yes, super teams existed. Yes, there's one-offs where players are coaxing other players to come into their team. Like it happened with Marner and the Four Nations. Like it happens all the time in every sport where like guys are trying to coax other guys to come to their team because they have a relationship. But the difference here was LeBron was the first guy who could go to the GM and be like, I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. Build the team. Do what it takes. Build the team.
Yeah,
Like
because he had to, because the GM wasn't doing anything.
that's not the player's role that's irrelevant. Like the GM is the
You have
GM.
input, but you
like,
don't have say.
Can Matthews walk up to fucking Brad Treliving? I want this guy, I want this guy, I want this guy. Give me them now. Do what it takes or I'm leaving.
No, because that's not how the NHL is.
But
It's
the
not a fair
So
comparison.
it shouldn't-
LeBron broke the NBA.
that's what I'm saying. LeBron broke the NBA. It shouldn't be like this. Players should not have a say of what team you're putting together. The coaches and the head office, your staff, you pay millions of dollars to these guys to scout and build teams and build super teams. But you get LeBron, who just because he plays, he now has the in to be able to say what makes the
Okay.
best team.
That I agree with, because the NBA has fully become a players' league.
Because of LeBron knows what I'm saying.
Players should definitely be allowed to have input on who they want drafted, who they want signed, who they
100%
want traded
input.
for.
Input.
Input, not the rubber stamp.
I actually wouldn't even say they should allow input. They're allowed to have their opinion.
You
It shouldn't be
You
input.
should consult your star players on what you think, because they live and breathe the team. They have the pulse on the team. You should consult.
They should have an
But you
opinion.
should not say, "I'm getting AD, I'm getting Luca, I'm getting Wade,
I'm getting
Bosh,
Kyrie. I'm getting this. I'm getting
I'm
that.
getting Love."
I'm getting
Why
Caruso
not? It worked.
for 1 year. But then, like we said, like if
But
if
the
they don't
NBA
get
now,
Luca,
the NBA is broken.
if the Lakers don't get Luca, the Lakers are broken after LeBron retires. You got one chip out of LeBron, and he ruined your franchise.
Like, don't get me wrong, we had ultimate viewing pleasure when we watched the Cavs and the Golden State for what, 5 straight years,
the
4 straight
best.
years. It was awesome.
The
It was
best.
amazing.
It was sick. It was amazing. And at the time, it was like, fuck, man, like KD's gone, and Harden just got traded at the deadline, and like all these crazy deals, But now they're seeing the repercussions for their decisions.
100%
The NBA is broken. Viewership is down. TV numbers are down. Sponsorship is down.
Even if he broke the Lakers, they don't get Luca, and LeBron. Let's say he retires after they win the chip. Who cares? They got a fucking championship. That's always what it comes
Selfishly,
down
as an LA fan, sure. Or if you're a LeBron dick rider like you, sure.
to. If the Rams they won the Super Bowl
No,
and
but-
then they traded for, I forgot they traded stuff for that year. But let's say they traded for someone else with all those draft picks and they fucking shot the bed and won 4 games for the
That's
next
different.
5 years.
Basketball's different because it's a 3-man team.
But it's the same standard.
No,
That
but-
Rams team is considered
Football's
a super team.
53 guys.
But I'm still gonna look at it like the Bengals went to a Super Bowl once. Does that mean that they had the success? Like, is that okay? They went to the Super Bowl with pretty much nothing, no O
Yeah,
line.
but they didn't give up any assets. They drafted Chase, they drafted Burrow, they drafted Mixon, they drafted Higgins.
And so the point here is like it was the win. That's the only difference between the Bengals situation and the Lakers situation here. You
Yeah,
got the win,
because that's
which
all
is
it comes down to.
yeah, that's a huge difference. But like the Bengals are in a situation where they're going to be horrible for a long time. I think if you ask any Bengals fan, that one Super Bowl appearance doesn't account for it. And I think on the same side, if you ask any Rams fan after Aaron Donald retires and the Rams go on a fucking horrible run, I don't think that one chip is worth it to them. I don't think they're happy with it
Why not?
because you now have 10 years of disappointment ahead of you.
They hadn't won anything since 2002.
Like
no, I think that the championships are different based on the fan base. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying LeBron ruined the sport.
he also did ruin the sport.
Like, I
That's
don't
true.
even care about the Rams doing that or whatever. Like the NFL, the NFL's different. I don't put the NBA is in its own class with this shit.
Yeah.
The Utah Jazz traded 3 first-round picks for Jaren Jackson Jr.
And then
Guys
shut
have,
him
played
down for the year.
guys have played a full season in fucking how long since he won Depoy? Did he even win Depoy?
Yeah.
He did. He
Since
did.
what, like 3 years ago?
It was 3 years ago.
So like that was the last time. Like Portland or Milwaukee got fucked by the Dame trade.
Yeah.
Dallas got fucked by the Luka trade. Like so many teams just get fucked because LeBron ruined it. Because he made it a fine to trade all these picks. He did it with Cleveland. He did it with the Lakers. He broke the NBA.
Yes, he made it a players' league, but the GM can also you're the GM. You don't have to listen to LeBron. Put your fucking foot down, and if he leaves, deal with it.
No, but you say that, and the thing is, the reason why it is the way it is, I'm not saying it's right, and you're right, that's how it should be. But the NBA is a money league at the end of the day. It's all media and how much money you can make.
100%.
And LeBron, we saw it. When you go to, we went to LA and watched LeBron, you throw a rock, you hit a guy with a goat mask on wearing a Cleveland LeBron jersey.
The Lakers game
Everything lives and breathes
Dude,
LeBron James.
Half the stadium, like it's Lakers jerseys, and you got like your Kobe's and your Kareem's, but then it's straight up like Cleveland jerseys and Miami jerseys and like wherever else he's been. Like it's not, nobody cares about LeBron because he's a Laker. They care about LeBron. And like as the GM, if you say that, like LeBron can sit there and say, okay, fuck you, I'm gonna force myself out of the team, and now you have no money, no future, good luck. And like that's what he's created. No other league allows that. The Leafs actually are a great example of a team that completely like banks on players by giving everyone a no move clause and letting the players have all the power. But like you hate that. But for some reason with LeBron, it's okay.
Yeah, because he won. And LeBron is also a leader.
And it's also because
a teammate.
he didn't play for any teams that you like.
That's true. If he played for the Raptors, it'd be different. If he played for the
Miami, nobody likes Miami. Miami fans don't even like Miami. Florida's a fickle state with sports. They don't cheer for anyone.
That's true.
It's the mecca of baseball, and the Tampa Bay Rays have consistently the lowest attendance records in the
Literally, I think Florida is like
fickle.
Florida's
They're
king of having like outside fans. Like the fact that the Panthers have to put a
Guns and
ban.
Gators. They don't
True.
fucking care about sports.
Cease is the only real.
See you in the bayou with the fucking motorboats that hover above.
It's an airboat, brother.
They don't fucking care.
But yeah, way off topic. Nikola Jokic has his 28th triple-double of the season. He's gonna win MVP. Cool.
Cool.
Shocker.
Yeah, like I have voter fatigue. Don't vote for him.